Gary Slyman, president and founder of Great Transition Strategies and Executive Coaching Practice. As an executive coach, when I start working with individuals or individuals are exploring whether they want to work with me, a question that comes up is, what's your coaching process? Do you have a process? And I have a general process. I have a framework that I work within, but it's different for every individual. So it's not cookie cutter, but I have some big areas that I hit or that we're going to hit together, and sometimes I'll completely cut them out. So let's kind of work you through the process. Number one, vision. Where do you want to be in some kind of time frame? So let's put that vision up on the top. So we got a bubble up there. That's where you want to be. Now we have a destination. Now we need to assess where you are today in relation to that destination. So then we start working on assessing where you are today. The assessment can take all kinds of forms, but some of the things we're going to work on: your values, your strengths, motivations, what are things that you're good at doing, what are things you like doing, your tendencies. And we might use some real assessments there, or we might just do some exploration and talk about those things to make sure they come to the surface. But it's an assessment of where you are today. So now we have where you want to go. We have your starting place. Now we got to close the gap, right? How do we close the gap? Going to look at 3 general areas. First area, what are the skills, education, training? What are the things that you want to work on that you know you need to fill that position? So we'll identify those. And then we'll set some goals in accordance with this. I'll call this a pillar here. With this pillar of, hey, I need this level of education. I need this level of experience. I need to test myself in this area. So that's what we start working on. Goals attached to some very specific things you want to grow with. Last, I'll call this the 3rd pillar. Personal relationships. Personal relationships, supportive relationships. What supporting relationships you need to achieve your vision? I'll tell you right now, you are never going to get to where you ultimately want to be by yourself. You're going to need relationships. You're going to need help along the way. You're going to need maybe mentors, key folks to help you along the way. So now look at the picture the framework that we just built. Where do I want to be? Where am I today? What are the specifics that I need to get there? Let's set some goals to make them, and let's reflect and see the progress that's being made. There's going to be behavior changes. There's going to be lots of growth in this particular area. And who's going to help you get there? Who's going to support you to get there? So that's the general framework, and that's the process. So you can see that this process is not 1 or 2 sessions. When I work with someone in an engagement, I start with a minimum of 4 sessions to get started. And then those folks will see that, oh, I'm going to need to do this for a little while longer. And, well, I'm actually growing quite a bit. This is working for me. 6 months to a year, I've worked with some individuals for over 2 years continuously so they can see the growth. And what's interesting, it's not necessarily that the vision has changed. Sometimes the vision changes. Sometimes it moves a little bit. Not significantly, but it moves. But the path changes based on what we learn along the way, based on what the individual learns. Sometimes the path will change and pivot on the direction on how they're ultimately going to get there. Hope this gives you a good idea of what my coaching process is like. Thanks for listening. I look forward to an opportunity to work with you. Contact me and have a complimentary coaching session to see if coaching is something that you would benefit from. Thanks.